today I just came up with an idea where I was sitting there thinking as I was watching, YouTube like I normally do. I was checking out the channel John Makes Beats, and he goes through and he'll take a synthesizer and different outboard gear, and he'll run it through a sampler. He'll chop up the samples, and then he'll add a drum machine or some type of a beat in the background, and creates a beat from scratch on there. And one thing I was thinking about is a lot of people don't have a lot of the outboard gear that he and other people have. And I was like, why not recreate all this in a DAW where everything's there readily available? You have every option that's out there. You can have synths and a whole bunch of different sounds. I'm even going to take some outboard gear. I'm going to use my guitar for it and try and do something a little different instead of a synthesizer, and see what I come up with today. And you know what? I'm doing it to have some fun, and I really appreciate other musicians that are out there that are creating original music. John Makes Beats. He's making these from scratch, and I think that's so great. I would love to see more of that out in YouTube, where people, instead of looking at typical tutorials or do this, don't do that, everyone telling everyone else what to do, instead of that, look at everything from the creative side. Creating sounds from scratch, working on things, experimenting. And for any channel or any creator that's out there that sort of is adding to that, where they're giving out ideas and things you can try, and where it inspires you. Like a lot of times I watch John Makes Beats or other channels like that, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go downstairs, I'm gonna turn on the studio, I'm gonna get everything hooked up, and I'm gonna make something. And that's the kind of stuff that I think is pretty awesome. So yeah, today I'm gonna try and recreate it and see what I come up with, and hopefully it turns out pretty cool. And if it does, yeah, it'll be fun. That's the whole point of doing this, is having fun. All right, let's see what I come up with. From the beginning, what we'll do is let's pull a synthesizer. I've been liking the Polytone. It's one of the newer synths that came out in Reason 13.0. They actually released a 13.1. It's got some couple new tools and a chop functions, which are really cool. I might try and mess with some of those today if I can get to it. So, okay, so here we go. We'll do that, and let's see. So we just need a sound. I'm going to add these scales and chords player, and what that does is it basically locks in your keyboard within the key of whatever you choose. So right now it's C major. So let's change that to something else. Let's go, kind of just, I don't know, like minor. So let's go for minor here. And let's do F minor. So you have the keys, basically you see the ones that are highlighted are the ones that it works with, and the other ones it shifts up to those. And one option I do sometimes like is the filter note options, and what that does is if it's not a key, it just won't play within that range. So that's a good way of learning, what notes are within a certain key. We have that. Now let's try and figure out a sound. So another thing that's new with Reason is they have the new browser, which they just added some updates. You can do user categories and a whole bunch of other things like that, which I'm actually personally excited about, because I can go through and tag certain things exactly how I want to, if I want to organize different patches in different ways. But you know what? I'm not doing that today. One, two, three, four. Okay, slow it down a little bit. that you can adjust things. Okay, yeah, I like that. Okay, so we got that, and let's let's go ahead with some drums. I'm just going a little quicker than I thought. So let's see here, and let's go with my old favorites. Good old Addictive drums. Okay, take the Rex player out and then go to instruments, go all the way to the bottom. What I'm going to try here is let's change the kit. And let's see, explore. Presets. Okay, what I want to do is go to the new one. There it is, Vintage Dead, and go through the kits. Ooh, I like that. Okay, I'm kind of liking the funk ones, so let's stick with that. Works. Okay, I like this. Now it is a bit loud, so let's turn that down. Addictive drums, and I'm going to do some edit. And one thing I like to do is add the little rocket distortion in there. There's a little oomph. Now one thing I'm going to do here too, let's go to the rack, and I got a new rack extension for effects that is really cool. The Experimental Sounds TransFluxer Lo-Fi Soundscaping Multi-Effects. It's kind of like the chroma console that you see in John Makes Beats. So I'm going to kind of use this to sort of recreate the same thing. I can get tape sounds, glitch sounds, delay sounds, all that kind of stuff. So, and you can use stock plugins for all this kind of stuff as well too. So use what you got. Yeah, I do have some extra stuff. Addictive Drums is just, it's awesome, and it has really good different beats that you can use that are in there that are really nice. But yeah, it's very flexible having everything in directly in the DAW. It's just all available for you. It is nice probably having outboard gear and being able to do it, but there's also some limitations as well too. So use what you got. That's the whole key to this. Use what you got. Okay, let's see what it kind of sounds again. Remember, this had some sounds that designed for drums, if I remember right. That's cool. Yeah, I'm liking this one. Like that. Yes. Okay, I think I got some drum sounds, got a little more lo-fi. Let's move on, let's add a bass sound. So we did drums, time for the bass. Yeah, I like how this is coming along. This is pretty cool. Okay, bass sounds, instruments. Bass? Yeah, let's go with the Reason electric bass. That's just a good standard. Let's go into this. Let's create a dub, which is basically an alternate. And let's keep it the same. Bring that down. Hear what it sounds like. Little less hair on that distortion. Okay, so I like that. Let's add another instrument in here. I have no idea what I'm looking for, but let's go with a favorite that I like. I did this in my last video as well too. I love the sounds that this one instrument can get. So let's see, go down here. Synapse Audio, Antidote. Oh, I love this thing. It's just the sounds are awesome. They're so good. Okay, so do the same thing. Scales and chords. Let's do this in a F minor. Turn off chords. Let's get to the fun stuff. And we'll start doing the arrangement. Okay, so we got main sound, we got a little arpeggiated sound on there, we have our drums, we have our stereo fuzz bass. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do the arrangement and put it all together. Like I said, we're just trying to come up with a quick beat here. We don't have to spend forever looking at all these details. So let's do it. Let's do the whole thing with the creating samples and chopping the samples. So let's see, how should I do this? Let me copy this over, and then what I'll do is I will convert block clips to song clips. What that does is it creates the MIDI for each one of these tracks. And then what I'll do is I will bounce in place. Okay, so that's for that part. And then that's for the drums. Let's do the bounce in place for this one. And why not? Let's go ahead and bounce in place the other one. Okay, so this is kind of new here. So what I'll do is find Mimic. We'll add Mimic in here. You bounce to this, bounce to new samples, bounce clips, new samples. Okay. Okay. So let's do slice mode. Turn down the sensitivity. Let's do it to chop clips to 1/8. Okay, I actually like doing that better. Kind of like the clicks in the background. It's almost like a metronome. So what I ended up doing towards the end is I added just a couple guitar parts within the second block section towards the end. Just wanted to create some variety and a couple of different organic sounds with this. Didn't chop anything up like I was thinking before, but I kind of like how everything ended up turning out with the harmony parts through the guitars. So here it is here real quick. I'll go ahead and play it back. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll mix this for a little bit and export it as a final stereo file. And either I'll make a quick video, which will be a separate video, or I'll add it to it, or I'll do both. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do. But yeah, I think this turned out pretty good. I think everything sounds good, and it's something very different. Tried a couple of different techniques, like going through and chopping the sample and then rearranging that, sort of juggling the sample, and a couple things like that. So yeah, this is fun to do. This is I like doing this, where sort of explore different techniques, trying a couple different things, and it's fun sort of seeing how someone else creates their sounds and try and go through and see if I can do the same thing but in a different way, using, like for me, for using the DAW and having everything, you know, all in one thing in the computer. And yeah, look, it can definitely be done, and also it's at a pretty good price compared to the hardware counterparts for all of these. But yeah, I hope you all had fun. I hope everyone here learned something, and hopefully I inspired people to go out and use what they have and try things out and see how it sounds. And I'm sure you'll end up liking it. All right, take care, everyone. Bye. So I ended up doing the smart thing last night and went to bed, and that way I could come back to this song and listen to it with fresh ears and a better perspective for it. Yeah, it's always good to take breaks, and sometimes you got to sleep on it, and that way you can come back the next day and have a better idea of exactly what needs to be changed and what should happen. So what I ended up doing, a couple small changes here for the guitar parts. I ended up taken this last little section here and reversed it, and it's kind of neat going from that section to the other section. And then I also, for the ethereal track, I added a auto leveler normalizer plugin that's out that I'm sort of testing out right now, that I like a lot. And let's see, what else did I do? The stereo fuzz, the bass sound in there. There were a couple notes that were in there that were off, so you've probably been hearing that the whole time, but they've been fixed for the final bounce that I have here. So yeah, let me go ahead. I'll bounce this out and have a final stereo track. I might have a separate video for this. So yeah, if you want to check out any of my other stuff, probably the best place to go to would be AfterAudio.com, my website. It has everything there, all my socials, YouTube channel, Instagram, everything like that. And yeah, I'd appreciate any kind of, you know, if you like to check any of my other stuff out, or you know, if you like to subscribe or like or anything, you know the drill. You hear that from everyone. But yeah, any help would be appreciated. And really, I just enjoy having fun doing this, and this is kind of neat exercise to try and recreate someone else's workflow. And it's nice to do it, you know, within tools that I have within the computer. So this is a good thing to try. If there's any other channels that you can think of that you like to see me sort of recreate and do it within the computer, let me know. Just, you know, send a comment or something like that and let me know. But yeah, I hope you enjoy this, and I enjoyed making this. So take care, everyone. I'll see y'all later. Bye.